Hello everybody, welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jean Ruder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm your foreign educated physical therapist guide to United States application. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to discuss another state right now. One of the viewers, subscribers suggested. I just want to clarify those other states that I haven't done based on your suggestion. It's because their website do not give any clear requirements, and some of them, like Connecticut, for example, you have to make an account to get inside, and it requires a lot of information. So I do not have that time, unfortunately, right now to go through the rabbit hole of creating an username and an account. Just to go through that. So when I find the extra time to do that, I will do it. But for now, I'm doing states requirements that are very user-friendly when it comes to their website, because they show you what they really require offhand when you go to their website, instead of creating an account before you can see all the details. Okay, so for today, I'm going to discuss the suggested state is the state of Ohio. And when you Google it out and when you open the file, it's straightforward and simple. So that's what we're going to discuss right now. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do not forget to subscribe. And I would like to thank those people, more than 3,000, almost 3,500 as of the making of this video, subscribe to this channel. You and I are in the same mission on helping our fellow foreign educated physical therapists in this overwhelming process of US application, making it a little bit easier, digestible, and understandable. Okay, and also if you need help with step-by-step process, you want me to walk you through it, you want me to walk through the physical therapy evaluation, how it is being done, or the clinical expertise that I can show with you, how you to treat your patient to have improvement. So I have this list of master classes on the description section below, and also on the website. The links are down below, so make sure to check those ones out. Okay, so I'm going to discuss the requirements for the state of Ohio coming right up. So the way I did it, I just put Google Ohio requirements foreign educated physical therapy. And as I always say in my videos, always go straight to the website. This is just for informational purposes only, because there might be changes between now and the time you watch my video, okay? So always go to their official website. You know, this is the official website because of the .gov at the end. So if you click here, they will give you this PDF file that you can actually download for your reference. Okay, so this is the State of Ohio Occupational Therapy, Physical Therapy, and Athletic Trainers Board Physical Therapy section. This is the guidelines for internationally educated applicants for physical therapy and physical therapy therapist assistant licensure. Okay, so it says here, a foreign educated applicant is a person whose physical therapy or PTA education was obtained in a program not accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Physical Therapy Education, or CAPT. Okay, so general information, there are two types of applications. One is by licensure, licensed by examination. So meaning you're going to apply to state of Ohio by sitting on an npte and passing the npte. Okay, so let's read what it says. License by exam is for individuals applying to SIP for npte in Ohio, or for those individuals who pass npte under the approval of another state physical therapy regulatory entity but were never issued a license to practice as physical therapist or physical therapist assistant in the state that approved the individual to sit for NPTE. Okay, so license by exam is, again, you're going to take the exam if you haven't taken the NPTE yet, or you took the NPTE for another state but you did not proceed with the licensure, which is unusual. Okay, usually once you pass the NPTE, you should proceed with the licensure and get your license. Okay, license by endorsement. Okay, this is also called reciprocity, meaning you already have taken the NPTE and you already passed the NPTE and were licensed from another state. Okay, then it says here, however, if the state does not plan to issue license to the applicant after successful passage of the exam, the applicant must furnish proof of the fact to the board before the applicant will be considered for license exam. Okay, so be advised that having license in another state does not mean that you will automatically qualify to practice in Ohio. Endorsement applicants must meet all the same criteria required for applicants for licensure by examination. Okay? Okay, so Section 2, credential evaluation. Okay, so foreign educated physical therapists, your school is not under the CAPT. You're not under the Commission on Accreditation of Physical Therapy Education. Okay, so we have to prove that we are really a graduate of a PT program and whether our courses, subjects, and trainings are comparable to US standards. So that's why you need credential evaluation. So it's like they are investigating based on the documents from your school, what are the trainings that you went through. So physical therapist foreign education must contain the evidence of coursework in. So they specify here. Other states do not specify, but Ohio specifies what do they want to see in your syllabus or course description. Okay, humanities, there's physical sciences, including 2 one-semester courses in chemistry with laboratory and 2 one-semester courses in physics with laboratory. Okay, biological sciences, social sciences, behavioral sciences, mathematics. Okay, and this is for the PTA, anatomical, biological, and other physical sciences and distribution of coursework as found in the Accredited Physical Therapist Assistant Program. Okay, these are general education requirements in addition to required physical therapist or physical therapist assistant professional courses and clinical education. Okay, so it says here, evidence of admittance to a graduate program in college or university in the United States alone may not demonstrate that foreign education is reasonably equivalent. All foreign educated applicants must submit a credential evaluation conducted by the approved professional education evaluating service, which is below. Okay, we're going to discuss what are those agencies that they approve of. Okay, it says here, very important, original credential evaluations must be sent directly. The keyword is directly to the board from the professional education evaluating service. So it should be office to office. They will not accept any copy of your fccpt or ICD-IERF from you to the board. Okay, do not do that. Proof of foreign licensure. So if you have, for example, you're a graduate from the Philippines, you have to submit your copy of your license to the board. Okay, working knowledge of English. So you have to pass TOEFL. Okay, so these are the passing score. This is like the TOEFL, the old way to take the TOEFL, the number 1. This is the newest way to take the TOEFL IBT. Okay, so at least 24 on writing, 26 on speaking, 21 on reading, and 18 on listening comprehension section, 89 for overall examination. Okay, so each state has their own passing score for TOEFL. So here they specify what is their passing score for TOEFL IBT. Okay, so it gives you also to register for either exam. You have to visit TOEFL, and then you have to choose OTPTAT board agency. This is their code 9099, so that your TOEFL score will be submitted directly to the Board of Ohio. Okay, and this is very interesting because they say board will accept the TOEFL home edition. So I've never had any home edition. So I have no idea about that, but they accept it apparently. Okay, so which is a good news. An internationally educated applicant who is a candidate for licensure by endorsement may request a waiver for TOEFL requirements. So if you are transferring your license, for example, from the state of New York to the state of Ohio, okay, you can require a waiver. So in order to qualify for a waiver, the applicant must show proof of completion of minimum of 1,000 hours of clinical practice each year in a state or territory of the United States, Australia, Canada except Quebec, Ireland, New Zealand, or the United Kingdom for 3 of the last 10 years immediately prior to application. Okay? So, no more than 5 years can have lapsed since the applicant has been actively engaged in the practice of physical therapy. The physical therapy section may, in its discretion, grant waiver of the TOEFL requirement. So if you have like work experience, okay, in this, countries, and you can prove it through, employment certificate, and then you can actually waive the TOEFL requirement, okay? So it says here, please fill out the TOEFL waiver request form and submit the required documentation in order to request a waiver, okay? So for the evaluation, so this is the, credentialing agencies. So all foreign education must be evaluated by professional evaluating service. Original credential evaluations must be sent directly to the board from fccpt or other evaluating agencies. Evaluations are required to assist the section in making a decision regarding the equivalency of foreign education. Credential evaluations reflect only the findings and conclusions of the evaluator and not binding upon the section. The section will take action on the applications only after it has received and review an evaluation of foreign education in addition to all other documents. Okay, so here they also specify the coursework tool. Okay, the coursework tool used for evaluation is based on either the date of applicant's initial licensure or registration in another country or another state or country, or the applicant's completion of physical therapist education program if the country in which the education program was completed does not issue physical therapist license or registration. Okay, so it means they're gonna do a retro evaluation. So it's either based when you finish your physical therapy education program, if your country, when you graduated, if your country is not issuing a PT license, or based on the initial licensure or registration in another state or country. Okay, so this is a good news because as of the recording of this video, they are not yet requiring doctor of physical therapy before you can apply to the state of Ohio. So these are the credentialing agencies that they accept: fccpt, ICD, and IERF. Okay, so you can use any of those agencies for credentialing purposes. And of course, here is the fees. So you have to pay all the fees. So after fccpt, you're not yet done. You have to apply to the state of Ohio, and you have to pay the the fee, okay? So it is the applicant's responsibility to be aware of and in compliance with the current requirements of physical therapy section. It will take some applicants as long as 1 year to gather the required items to complete the application. The completed application will be reviewed based upon the section's current guidelines. Your application will be held open 1 year after the board receives your application. After that time, your file will be closed. A new application and fee will be required to be considered for licensure in Ohio. So this is usually the case in most, if not all, the states. Okay, so once they receive your application, then that is the day one, and you have 1 year to complete all the requirements. Make sure to, your school will submit the documents to state of Ohio. If you already take the npte, make sure you already requested FSBPT for a score transfer from FSBPT directly to Ohio. If you're licensed from another state here in the US, you make sure that you ask for a license verification from that state to the state of Ohio. Okay, and then again, you have to pay the fee and submit all the documents that the state of Ohio require from you. You have 1 year to complete all the requirements. If 1 year passed and you did not complete all those requirements, then you're gonna be back to zero. They're not gonna refund you, okay? So it's almost the case in most of the states. 1 year, your file is open within a year. Okay, so they also specify the CLEP exam credits. Okay, so CLEP it pertains to college level examination program. So this allows us as foreign educated applicants to satisfy the general education part, because in coursework tool, there's a general education and there's a professional education. So the general education is like math, science, literature, history. Those are general education. So if you are lacking general education, okay, you can actually take the exam. If you receive a passing score, you can request that score to be submitted to the state of Ohio or to FCCPT and or other credentialing agency, and they will actually accept it. But I was told by another applicant that the maximum score that you can get from CLEP is 30, okay, 30, the maximum credit that you can get from CLEP, okay? But you can double check that out if that is also the case with the state of Ohio. They did not specify here. So these are the lists, okay? So you can review this on your own. These are the lists of the examinations that they are accepting from CLEP, okay? Under business, composition and literature, foreign language, social sciences and history, okay? Science and mathematics, okay? So, and also you have the required passing score and you have the number of credits, okay? So a lot of foreign educated physical therapists may be missing chemistry, okay, algebra, mathematics, pre-calculus. Those are common things that I hear. But as you can see, if you can notice it, this doesn't have laboratory. So if your deficiency has science with laboratory, like chemistry or physics with laboratory, you cannot use CLEP for that. You have to apply to the local university, or if you're here in the US, the university here, to actually get what you're missing, okay? TOEFL requirement, we already discussed that, okay? So just to reiterate, 24 for writing, 26 for speaking, 21 for reading, and 18 for listening, 89 overall score. And again, they say here about the waiver. If you have work experience at least 1,000 hours, okay, in the following states in the US and the country listed above, for 3 of the last 10 years immediately prior to application. So, for example, 2025, between 2015 and 2025, you at least have 3 years of clinical experience in those in the US, on the countries that we cited before. Okay, you know, within the 10 years before you apply to the state of Ohio. So this one is an employment information. So here, if you work for a contract company, please list the company name and then the facility or facilities in parentheses. So this is just your work information that you have to list, okay? So you be careful. You have to write your name, your type of license, your signature, and when did you, completed the form, okay? Return this document. The applicant will upload the completed document here at https://elicense.ohio.gov. All right, there you have it, guys. Another state down for today, state of Ohio. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It will help me reach more like you, foreign educated physical therapists, and help them with their journey, because you are really needed here in the US. Let me know if you have any experience with Ohio. Let me know what you think about this video. Comment section down below. Share and like this video. And until the next video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed.